Why did you pick center stage? Why do you hate fun? What is it about... Okay, hold on. Please. What is it about fun that you hate so much? Why do you hate fun? I just want to know. Just want to know. Testing. Yeah, it's not you. It's not you. You may have just gotten a jump scare when I fixed it. I don't have any idea. Oh, there were Windows updates last night. That's why. I forgot. Windows updates always screws with my default microphone and the settings and knobs, and I forgot to fix it. What you missed was not very important. I'm fried. Mentally, a little bit physically. I inhaled a Chipotle burrito in about 3 minutes, so I may or may not get sick. Like, I may literally get sick because I'm hungry. You know, you ever get so hungry that, like, you stop being hungry? Like, you push past the hunger phase, and then it's like, you kind of toilet stream. I don't think that's allowed. You know, you never know. I mean, Twitch has been making some weird rules lately. Maybe it's allowed. I don't know. But, yeah, I, like, pushed... Because I was eating a little bit. Like, my wife gave me a sandwich to bring to the tournament. But that was, like, the last time I ate was at 11 a.m. So it's been, like, 9 hours, 10 hours. Eating a whole Chipotle burrito is bound to put you to sleep? Maybe. Toilet stream is real. I need to get one of those VTubers set up so it can, like, I'll be sitting on the throne. On the pot. But yeah, chat, delayed start tonight because I did, once again, top 8 another tournament. I got dunked in the round of 8 because the matchup that I played against was like 100-0. It might actually be 100-0. I don't know. A throne of lies. Is that actually a line from Anchorman? That feels like an Anchorman line. It's definitely a Will Ferrell line in some movie, right? He 100% says you sit upon a throne of lies. Oh, isn't it from Elf? I hate that movie. It, honest to God, like that movie, like Will Ferrell's character in that movie irritates me so much that I almost stopped watching Will Ferrell movies. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I really do find Will Ferrell to be funny, even though he's the same. He is the identical dude in every movie. And I don't care, because that guy is hilarious. Except in Elf. That movie's awful. But anyway, chap. We have some Monster of the Week to look at. We had some new faces in Monster of the Week. And I did ask everybody, is 22B still going? No. Somebody's asking if the event is still going. It's like, no. So people did give me highlights to look at. So we're going to look at the highlights from the 2 events, and we'll see what's going on, including Alien Engineer, who's like, hey, 3 of my games are fun. So we'll see. Let's get this set up. As we're getting this set up, I, of course, have to let everybody know that I am part of the content affiliate program. That means that the Phobies team does, in fact, give me coffee for producing Phobies content. Just got to let everybody know because it's important to let people know. We're going to take a look at some games. We're going to lead off with Endless Pain. So Endless Pain, I will point out, said that, hey, it's my only pin game except for the 505 turn game. And I just responded with a gif of good Lord. Because why did this happen? It's so dumb. This is so... We're going to digress for a moment. Karst suggested an idea, which I think is a little extreme. I think it would be cool and thematic. But Karst suggested the idea that there's essentially an enrage timer in the game. So if a game or either meets a certain conditional state where like it's clearly a stalemate and the game can detect it, as in it's a map with even panic points and no one's done anything for X number of turns, or the game just goes past X number of turns. Karth's idea was that the heart animates like a golem and then literally marches out there, either player-controlled or auto-controlled. I was suggesting auto-controlled because otherwise people are going to take their heart and probably tuck it in a corner, and then that elongates the game even further. But I think it might be better if there was just an enraged timer where every turn past a certain point, the hearts just take extra damage. So, like, if you and I are playing and you have a panic point advantage and I'm taking 225 a turn or whatever, when this activates, I'm now taking 500 a turn, let's say, because it's 225 plus, 275. I was debating whether I was actually going to count it, but say I take another 275, and then you also take damage just to force the game to a close. Heart insta-kills Phobies as it charges into battle. I mean, there's a lot of ways. Like, don't get me wrong. I think the idea is cool to have it animate. The problem is, if you have player control of it, they're going to stick it in the corner, and the game state doesn't meaningfully change. If the AI controls it, people are going to complain because then, oh my god, I lost to the AI. So it presents some problems either way. But we'll see. Something expensive for a toy break. All right. The heart has the same AI as Archer Queen from Clash of Clans. I don't know what that means. So I'm trying to think, what do we have that's expensive that I haven't shown yet? Because we have, like, over here, I've shown Devastator and Bruticus. I've shown off these Triptychons. Over here, I have the other Triptychon and Metroplex. I've shown off the Shredder, who is kind of expensive. Here's where Atone is scouting to see what they want to rob from my house. Okay, this could work. This could work. Hold, please. Hold, please. Okay, timeout. Can chat see this right here? That is a spider. Oh, it's covered up by the... Get rid of the... No, it's got to go away. You can see the spider that was about to drop on my damn face. Can you see this here? I don't know if you can see it. It's so tiny. This spider might actually be dead right now. Excuse me. Nope, it's not dead. We're going to get rid of it, though. Dad, I just lost the spider. I'm not joking, I just lost the spider. Shit. Bees! It'll lay eggs in your ear while you sleep. He lost the spider friend? No, the spiders are not friends. Well, actually, they might be, because there were, like, every summer, I've talked about this before, every summer we get, like, my entire neighborhood gets swarmed by, like, actual flies, and I don't know why. The first summer it happened, I thought there was, like, an animal carcass nearby or something, because there were so many. But it turns out, like, we talked to the neighbors, and, like, every neighbor we talk to is like, yeah, I don't know what happened, but there's a gazillion flies. So, as long as the spiders leave me alone. Spiders kill flies, so I like spiders. Yeah, exactly. Like, as long as the spiders leave me alone, I prefer they not be in the house. I just don't want bugs in the house. Of any kind. Spiders are friends, except that they're the ones that bite. I mean, you could say that about a lot of things. So, anyway, we'll do a toy review real quick. And then we'll get to the game. So, this is first edition Transformers Prime Terrorcon Cliff Jumper. I have a few of these still on card. They are not mint on sealed. They're on sealed card, but I don't think anybody would qualify this as mint. It's still pretty good condition. I have several of these. The first edition Prime might be more expensive than this, but I wanted to show this one off because that is Terrorcon Cliffjumper. He is essentially a Transformers zombie. If, spoiler alert for a show from 2010, but this guy, Cliffjumper, was voiced by The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And shocker, they couldn't pay his salary for continuing with the show, so they murdered him in the first episode. Starscream straight up punches through his chest on screen and murders him. And it becomes a recurring joke for Starscream because at every chance he's like, I personally snuffed out the Autobot Cliffjumper. And then somebody else will show up and be like, I've killed thousands of Autobots. What are you talking about? Like, get on my level. So it's a running joke. But this, because of the way first edition worked, I actually, oh my God, I have a lot of Prime toys that could have fit this. But basically, Prime had a weird distribution model initially, and it was such a popular show. And it was just really cool at the time, so it was very difficult to get some of these. And then some of the molds didn't actually make it to the US until literally last year. They were released in Japan and never made it. So I picked up a bunch of the first edition ones. The first edition ones specifically are very rare for obvious reasons. But after he dies, the whole early part of the show surrounds Dark Energon, which is called the Blood of Unicron by the Transformers. It turns out that's very literal. Again, spoiler alert, but it's very literal. So what ends up happening is Megatron and the other Decepticons are obviously messing around with it because they want some super weapon. They want some way to juice up their troops. And throughout the show, they introduce several different kinds of Energon, all with different properties. But corpses that come into contact with Dark Energon end up becoming mindless berserk zombies. They can still be put down, assuming they take enough damage, but they do basically the zombie thing. If they bite you, they don't turn you into a zombie, but they will swarm over you, and they're already dead, so hence zombies. So this is pretty cool. I always thought it was cool to have a zombie transformer like this. I don't know that I'll ever open this guy up. I don't have another mold of, I don't have a regular Cliffjumper. So I'm tempted to do it. But one of the cool things, even though these are way smaller, and you can also kind of see on the hood of the car, you can see the little horns for Cliffjumper. As you can see, he has a horn up here. Obviously, his head doesn't. Actually, his head might come out of there. I don't know. I'm not super attached to Cliffjumper. I don't care. But it's just from a moment of this was when I was really, really in love with Transformers until the Transformers TCG killed it for me. Namely, the Transformers TCG community. It is horrendous. It is almost MOBA levels of toxic. That's how bad it is. Actually, I haven't shown off, I don't think, the other big toy that's down there. We'll leave that for another time. Let's look at some games, chat. You also have to let me know, chat. Prime Starscream is best Starscream, 100%. Him on his goddamn moped, they see me rolling. If you'll have to let me know, chat, if you enjoyed the Star Wars part of the stream. A bunch of people were asking me today to do more of that. Obviously, I was at a Star Wars tournament, so shocker. Hold please, let's see. All right, so we're looking at Endless Pain. We're going to look at the... So Shinra is going up against Endless Pain here. Forgive my voice. When I ate that Chipotle burrito in 3 minutes, I may or may not have caused permanent damage to my entire digestive tract from the mouth all the way to the other end. We'll find out tomorrow. But Shinra, back in action. A little bit of out-of-retirement action going on. The map pool this week kind of sucked. So we had, what do we have in the map pool besides this, obviously? And there were several games where people did not listen to the map pool, but whatever. So the map pool was Phobos, Diabolical, Billy's Room, and Center Stage. I wanted to try and, the big maps were mostly okay. I'm not a huge fan of Phobos, but a lot of people like it. But the small map pool left a lot to be desired. Now, here's the thing. This conversation actually came up with Karst and a couple other players of what to do on this map. And generally speaking, everybody said you have to go terraformers. And I kind of agree. I don't see how you get out of doing terraformers on this map. It feels like you'll just slowly or maybe even quickly lose if you don't terraform. Shinra with the repeller plan, endless pain, inducing endless pain with the tractor. I gotta edit that balance video. Why wasn't an Opticon in the map pool? I'd love to play that map. It was last week, I think. I just wanted to do something different. If we're gonna do custom map pools, there's only so much I can do. Like, there's always going to be... Like, there was an argument maybe to cut a small map and leave Opticon in. I'm always torn. I like to try and keep it even on small to big maps. But going 3-1 with 3 big maps, 1 small map might have been the better option. I was kind of torn about that, because I know there were people who liked that map. So we're getting some Shove Shark shenanigans. 10 keys to 9. Endless Pain actually down a little bit here. Gonna get the pick on the cat, notably, only 1 panic point claimed. Thrilling game. So the corn likely can't die here, but could take a bunch of damage from the repeller and this. But we're getting the Cerberus as the answer. Is this actually the answer? Spoiler alert, Endless Pain was the one who said this game was cool, so I'm going to assume Cerberus was not the answer. I'm just going out on a limb here. Hashtag just saying. Panic. Man. Throat. I was at this tournament all day, like I said, and, like, it wasn't that big. It was only 20-something people, and there was another event going on. So say there was, like, at most, there was, like, 35 people there, counting the employees. Maybe 40. So it wasn't like I had to scream over people, but, you know, you just talk to people a lot. I feel a bit thirsty. In the modern day, I don't know how to interpret that. A little hydrate action. All right, so we get a break? Boop. This is probably a dead corn. Yeah, that's an immediately dead corn. Except, this is weird because Endless Pain has an active attractor and 9 keys. This cannot possibly end well for Shinra, and I think we're about to see the fruits of Endless Pain's labors. Like, that's immediately a lot of damage right there. Hematic Gin Sting. The combo of the trap and this extra damage is going to clear out the Cerberus, as well as the Gravedigger. Kablamo! Are these Monster of the Week matches? Yes. Yeah, I'd probably surrender at that point, too. GG! I don't know if Shinra was just getting impatient. It didn't seem necessary to advance there, but based on what I just witnessed, center stage sucks. This map sucks. Somebody prove me wrong. I'm being serious about this. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm being serious. Look, if a map is bad, I'm fine with just like, it's out of there. And I just won't, I'll try and avoid using it in the future unless we get a map pull. But like, if you think a map is good, explain it to me. I will listen to your argument on why center stage is good. If you think this is a great map, learn me some center stage. But right now, this map looks like it sucks. What are you gonna do? Center stage sucks except for me because I have Phantom. I don't even know if it's good for, like, I mean, you can do things with Phantom, but that doesn't make the map not suck. That means you win on the map. There's a difference. How many have been reviewed? Are these the ones from this week? Yeah, it's the ones from today. That was literally the first game because I got a late start to the stream because I was at a tournament of my own. And I did see their other comments, a whole place. So we got a Master Dark game against Shinra also. I did see there was a Shinra game where people were just like, Lamau over and over again, but I don't know which one it was. Alright, so this is a 13-turn game on Phobos. That feels like, yeah, seems right. Center stage sucks. Oh, I read that one. Should not have stuffed myself with too much food in a short amount of time. Now you know how I feel. Now you know how I'm feeling. Chauvel Sentinel is just boring to me. I'm telling you, 3 Rangers were a mistake. The entire Sentinel line was a mistake. How do you play Phobos? What? Time out. Look, Master Dark, we need to have a talk here. We need to discuss this. This is problematic because I feel that you are completely absconding, thieving, stealing from Mechcode. I feel that you have inappropriately acquired this from Mechcode. How do you play Phobos? Not like this! Yeah. Not like this. This is why they were all going Lamau in Discord. This is why. This is why. Dude, I'm gonna have to put the goddamn jackalopes on the thumbnail again? Are you serious? Like, hold on. I gotta make a note here that now I'm gonna have to make this the thumbnail and like, what timestamp is this at? Please tell me somebody has a funnier play than this. Does this really need to be the thumbnail again? Yeah, I know. Look, Cottontail, I get it. He's staring right at me. Anyway. All right. Back to the game. What's crazier is that this is only a 13-turn game, so that means that somebody got blown out. Now, it'll be bad sushi. Dude, I know there are bad sushi plays. If there's a good bad sushi play, it 100% gets the thumbnail. No shot it doesn't. And I promise you it'll be a 500 view video. Because people will be like, oh my god, bad sushi! And I think I'm going to make the title of the video, it was the best of fish, it was the worst of fish. I don't know why, but I think I'm going to do that. Alright, so we're getting some more standard stuff after the nonsense. Bonk. Stomp. Lord Shinra, I was about to say evening out the... Wait, what jackalope did you kill? Is that the king? Oh no, it was Daisy. It was Daisy. Never mind. Jackalope advantage, Master Dark still. These are the crucial statistics that we need because Jackalope King. Get wrecked, nerd. Just get absolutely bodied. Wiggy! Wiggy with the blowout. Only 2 keys for Master Dark. I don't... Oh, okay. You did have another move for that. Because I was going to say, like, I don't even know if that's worth it. Ah, yes, Daisy, my favorite jackalope. It is the best jackalope. Like, by a significant margin. Yeah, you missed all the discussions about trying to buff Resurrect Gilbo. Dude, this jackalope violence. No, they killed the king. Why are there like bubbles coming out of him? Why is this happening? You guys can see that, right? Like there are bubbles coming out of Cottontail here, and I don't know why. Chomp chomp. And the king is dead. Long live the king. I think it's supposed to be a fly. What? I feel like that's a leftover artifact from the bones. Because, like, look, there are bubbles from the bones, from the Resurrect. So I think it's I think that's a visual bug. Those are the bodily fluids getting excreted after death. They don't put that in the songs, do they? Minotaur. Cassowary off from downtown, off of the stem. This game ends in 2 turns. How does that happen? In fact, in the Battle of the Jackalopes will win. It's a crazy statement. But in the Battle of the Jackalopes, it will happen. Cooking the Cassowary. Little Clopster action, a Master Dark. Regular. Shinra with 12 keys left. I mean, Shinra obviously surrenders this turn. Yeah, I don't know that, like, is that a surrender position? I don't think that's unwinnable from there. Gonna just drone eat onto there. But look at that. Mopsy MVP. Chat, I think we've seen it all at this point. Except for these bad sushi plays. All right, we'll do one Alien Engineer game. And then we might come back. Because Alien Engineer said 3 games. So it's these 3. We're going to get this person on because they haven't been on before. All right, Alien Engineer here. We're returning to Phobos. Alien Engineer, as mentioned, had 3 games that they felt were funny. We'll see what happens. This is a new person to the Discord and a Monster of the Week, so Lover, welcome. I really want to say their name like Oliver, be like Oliver. I don't know if that's what it is. Given the capitalization, I'm pretty sure it's Lover. 13 turns again, lucky number 13. It's Phobos. Like, Phobos is a highly violent map. It is not typically a map that gets drawn out. I'm still not a fan of Phobos. Would have been funny if there's also 13 heads in Phobos. I count 16. Unless there's some hiding somewhere. Finnegan? I mean... Okay. Alien Engineer making life very difficult for their opponents. Who could have seen that coming? Who would have thunk it, chat, that Alien Engineer posed problems for their opponent? That's a fetch. I understand. I don't think I agree. Certainly not against Alien. Alien Engineers is not going to allow something to happen. I'm not sure what Alien Engineer was trying to communicate was funny about this one. It just kind of feels like this is a shellacking. Like, this is just bringing down the hammer. Vetch getting a takedown. His Jin Sting might die. But it doesn't look like our orange player wants to go for it. Excuse me. He finds humor in destroying people. Yeah, he's just giggling the whole time. I really want Alien Engineer to laugh like that in real life. That the entire time they're playing this game, they're just going... like, laughing like that. That would be so funny. Just, like, the most cartoonish laugh possible. Dude, they're not even... Alien Engineer's just gonna go face here. They own every panic point. Our orange player is too far away. Like... All right, orange player does break open the block here. Definitely makes sense. I don't know if fetch is really what you want on defense, but... That is a stemmed obnoxious. Oh my god.
Oh no. No!
Oh no is right. I mean, I don't even have anything to say to this. This is just like just stomp this. Wait, are we gonna get like a funny Rambolina play? Somebody did say they had a good Rambolina play. I don't think it was Alien Engineer. Oh, that was you, Gilbo? I guess it's the fastest game they wanted to showcase. I mean, that's fair. Phobos does have these games happen sometimes. This kind of felt like there was just... This looks like one of the first games when Phobos first was released, because everybody thought that Player 1 was heavily advantaged, and then it turned out that, like, Player 2 can do stuff like this as well, but... that was just a I want to say a showcase, but like, yeah, that was just a beating. I don't know what else to say. GG? GG. Just random, what's good? So we could come back to the other two Alien Engineer games. That was from Event A. Let's take a look at Event B. Got a few in here. Take a look at a PVZ Furmade game. Helps if I can type. All right, game one from Event Bravo, PVZ Furmade versus Gilbo. Oh no, I get crushed in this one. It happens. It happens. John, I kind of want to go get my Chipotle chips and cheese dip. I don't like to eat down here because I don't want to, you know, it's in a basement. I don't want there to be vermin. Because even if you're careful with it, like, there's always going to be, like, little bits and crumbs and stuff. So I don't like to eat down here. Your Honor, in my defense, he picked a map. Well, then, PVZ, we have to blame you for this tragedy that is center stage. I know it doesn't work like this, because you'd have to break your own blocks in order to be able to do this. But I really wish you could, like... Oh, your opponent broke the block with Gravedigger? Put the block back. I really wish you could do that. That would actually be really interesting. What if we had a ranged terraform, chat? How broken would that be? Extremely broken or only, you know, moderately broken? Because I feel like a ranged terraform probably is pretty broken. I don't know why any of this is happening right now, but I'm holding all of you responsible. Lob terraform. That would actually be really funny. Just tossing dynamite. So, Hevo 3.0? Unless you're talking about for the demolition of it. Extremely broken because you can block people off without the added risk. I mean, yes, but it's still funny. Range terraformer, then I want a lobber terraformer ability. At UNDT, like... You got the mind share going. Probably extremely safe for AoE pulls, boobs. Yeah, it's gonna be really broken. It's gotta be, right? It would be funny, though. So we got a little Mr. Tramples and Phantom action. PVZ, probably the only person... I think they're the only person who's played a Phantom in... Oh, no. Master Dark did a Phantom last week, did they? Excuse me. Did Master Dark play Phantom last week? Somebody did, besides PVZ, I think. Somebody will let me know down in the comments. That's a Hercules. Shout out to the new name. Hercules. I'm so happy they changed that. Like, look, you can complain all you want about a lot of things in Phobies. But I'm really glad that they changed Hercules to Hercules and they changed Blizzard to Freeze Ray. At this point, I can see PvZ making Hercules a signature phobie. I love that people have signature phobies, and we just know them for, like, yeah, they're really good with this thing. I don't love this Mr. Tramples play. I'm not gonna lie. I don't love the pterodactyl either, but it is what it is. Oh. This doesn't end well for you. Phantom just slapping the snot out of Droney. If Droney can have snot. I thought the spider came back down, chat. Bad sushi! Do I detect a little trolling here? Do I detect a little trolling? Taunt sushi? Yeah, that's where I think this one is. I know there were some questions of, does Bad Sushi's MVP count if? And I feel like the answer to anytime someone goes, well, is this a good enough to say that this phobie won you the game? Is, the answer is, you'll know. Like, you know whether a phobie really won you the game or you would have been fine doing something else. Putting a little pressure on the Hercules. Out of keys, gotta push and pray. Hope that PvZ makes a mistake because they're in a pretty strong position at this particular juncture. I think you should not have hit with the Bachelor. I think you should have just killed with the Gravedigger because the Gravedigger's not going to do anything else unless... Are you going to block? That's a Bad Sushi actually connecting. Yeah, we're just watching the demise of Gilbo. I mean, we're on turn 21 of 22, so, like, this game's over. Yeah, I don't get the sense that this is thumbnail worthy of Bad Sushi. Yeah. I'm not impressed yet. Not bad. Not bad, but I'm not impressed. Because, like, basically any phobie at this point would have taken this. You're already in a dominating position because of the earlier Phantom play, so... Still pretty cool to see Hercules put in some work, though. GG. Alright, we're already on the profile. We might as well look at the other one. I don't know. Why did everyone pick center stage? Why is it that you hate your opponent so much? I could have killed the Taro Bad Sushi via Phantom Tella instead. I mean, you could have. You could have. We're looking at another PvZ game, this time up against Mechode. Why did you pick center stage? Why do you hate fun? What is it about... Okay, hold on. Please. What is it about fun that you hate so much? Why do you hate fun? I just want to know. Just want to know. We're back here. Center stage. There's something so alluring about center stage's map design. It's literally just a circle. I mean, yeah, there is something pleasing about it, but... Nice intro. I guess I could use it as the intro. I could use it as the intro. I've been getting kind of lazy about doing the intros on, like, the Monster of the Week videos and stuff. I haven't put in as much effort on those to, like, find stuff. It's just kind of, like, get the video out quickly. Because I realized, like, the intro and a lot of that sort of stuff, like, both the intro I do and then, like, the actual intro for the channel, People don't really want that. They just kind of want to get into things. You can tell because it shows like most replayed section and people just skip things. Bro, use the 3 key to kill my 1 key. Look, you gotta do what you gotta do. I was about to say, didn't this already cook something? Oh no, Mechode! Oh no! No, not like this! You gotta block this! You can't send that in there right now! Wait, why didn't you just bad sushi this thing? I guess it would have died. Because then they could have hit it once, walked away, send in the boom, jar, possibly snowball. Alright, we get the body block with Halfy. Chat, have we seen a single Halfy win? Wait, Bad Sushi has a warm-up? This Phobies sucks! Oh, this thing is terrible! You know what's funny? Is, like, it's probably better because there is actually a reality where if Fish Fight doesn't have a warm-up, that Phantom plus Bad Sushi is actually a serious problem on small maps. I'm not trolling right now. I'm not joking. This is dead serious. You Phantom, and then you just drop a Bad Sushi on their entire goddamn team. And, like, it'll be funny for the first 4 or 5 replays, and then everyone's going to hate it. So I'm kind of glad that it didn't happen. Honest to God, even non-undeads, because if you hit like 3 Phobies with this, and that doesn't seem insane, depending on the map, because imagine, like, look at Mechode's team right now. Granted, there's 3 mechs, but imagine if, like, these 2 were not mechs, and they're maxed out. I don't think it's going to be that challenging on a small map to just go, oops, here's a Bad Sushi, your whole team's poisoned. I have no idea why Bloat is here. You know what Bloat reminds me of? The ghosts from the 4v1 Ghostbusters game. Spirits Unleashed or something? I forgot the name of it. I've streamed it before. I haven't played it in a while. I did enjoy that game. Bloat is the goat. No, he is not. Do not lie to yourself. It's untrue. It's literally impossible. It rhymes, though. I think that makes me hate it more. I swear to God, I thought PVZ was going to poke the Halfy and then make this thing go bananas. And I'm like, I think these are my 2 most hated Phobies in this game. Halfy and Bloat. I don't know. I don't actually hate them, but it's just funny. Every time they show up, I'm like, why are these here? But now they're on opposite sides, so somebody... Oh my God, are you serious right now? You just Phantom the... Oh my God. Somebody make it stop. Make it stop. I don't want this anymore. I take it all back. Fish tank! Yo, Mechode. Props. And he's dead, yeah. It feels like a Simpsons joke. Yeah. Everybody pour one out for Bloat. Phone is going bananas. My nose is very itchy, chat. Wooly bully. I don't know if that's the answer. A little sleepyhead here. He's a little sleep. Oh, he's awake. Never mind. He died as he lived, wasting everyone's 2 keys. Alright, so you're about to get blommed here, Mechode. I don't know if this is what you want. Blom. No flies, and look how smelly it is. PvZ out here, the meme team, and winning. Look, you got to give it to Mech. It's not like Mechode was not memeing either. Fish Tank. Mechode and Haffy. Like, Mechode is typically our resident memer with the Jackalopes, but... Dude, the goddamn bad sushi didn't die. The bad sushi didn't die. Oh my god. Nerf bad sushi. You heard it here first. Now, the Blom is down. So, like, this does, like, this position, nah, it's pretty bad. This position's pretty terrible. This is not good. Hop goes the snowball. I don't get why he did this. Ooh, Mechode? I don't think there was a way Mechode could win this game. Like, I don't think pulling back is going to save them. I mean, I guess there's a reality where they woolly bully the Blasto or something. It doesn't matter. Wham. Use the woolly bully ability on Phantom? Yeah, because they needed to, like, buy a turn. But if they didn't use it, I don't think it matters. Phantom is stupid and should be banned every time anyone is on this map. Lots of people are calling for Phantom to just get banned full stop. To be honest, Gilbo, like, PvZ is the only person who has used Phantom in these events. And it has a horrendous win rate. Like, it is not overperforming. Did an entire video about it last night. It's going to go up later this week. Triple Blom. 3 Bloms, 1 game. GG. I need to see Alien get bodied by Phantom in Monster Week before I think about banning Phantom. Yeah. A video on what? We talked about Phantom and Attractor last night. So I gotta pull that from the video and chop that up. Put it on YouTube. The thing is that I don't... The question is, let's assume for the moment that Phantom is bad. Let's say Phantom has like a 30% win rate. Like it almost never wins, and when it does, it does something dumb and like whatever. You know, like it's actually not a good phobie. I'm not saying it is, but let's just assume for the moment that it is. Should it get changed anyway? I think that's the more important question. Like, I think that the more important question is, if Phantom is bad, should it get changed? Because it's easy to look at the win rates and go, oh, well, this thing's winning 80% of the time. It needs to change. But I'm pretty sure Phantom has a losing record. Not just, I know it does in Monster of the Week. I'm pretty sure it does overall. I would not be surprised if the devs, excuse me, I get the hiccups. If the devs Monday, I was going to say tomorrow, but like, if the devs on Monday said, hey, Phantom has a 30% win rate, that would not surprise me at all. It really wouldn't. And it wouldn't surprise me if it had a sub 50% win rate in Sum of All Fears 3. I kind of doubt that it does there, but it wouldn't surprise me. But I think it changes the game so dramatically that it's worth examining anyway. I'll let you know right now that in Arena, you'll never beat Alien with Phantom, let alone without. I mean, Alien Engineer doesn't win all their games. I'm sure they lose some legitimate games, but Alien Engineer has won the last 3 Fright Nights. They've won a ton of Monster of the Weeks. They've lost in Monster of the Week. There was one week where Alien Engineer went 1-2. Maybe 0-3. They just got bodied. It happens. All right, Gilbo. I don't remember what your in-game name is. Is it just Gilbo? Like, is this you? This doesn't look like you. 8/1/2023. This might be you. Oh, maybe it is. So I'm pretty sure that when I read out the map pool, Opticon was not on it. It's fine. Because it's fine, whatever. It is in the rules that if the players choose a map that they're not supposed to, just finish out the damn game. Or like, it's supposed to be, if you submit the results and you go, oops, that was on the wrong map, it's fine. I'm not gonna like give people a double loss or something. Like, that's just stupid. He chose a map, I just went with it. It's fine, whatever. I mean, I don't want people to, like... Technically, there should be some penalty, because... I don't want people... Like, I make the custom map pool for a reason, and I don't want people to just be like, well, we're just going to do whatever we want. Because it ruins the integrity of the event. But... what am I going to do? Especially after the fact. I'm not going to, like, give people double losses. That's stupid. Ban no more events for them for the next 3 Monster of the Weeks. No, we got to ban the people who keep no-showing and ruining the events. We did end up getting... and we had decent turnouts for these two. I am considering, and I've talked about it in Discord, introducing Monster of the Week D, as in Delta. And then that would be at, like, the middle of the night. I would obviously not be adminning it, so it would have to be double limbs, so that way if, like, somebody screws it up, it can just go on, you know, like, you can figure out the bracket and do it on your own. Because if you do Swiss, then somebody has to calculate the pairings and all that fun stuff. If you do double limb, it's like, it takes longer, but at least you know what the bracket is. Because I'm curious if there's a lot of people, like a lot of Phobies players that are in Asia, and just the time zones don't work out. That may be true, and then what are you going to do? I was going to join B, but I wasn't in the right mentality to play. That's fair. That's how I feel about playing Phobies on stream a lot of the time. We talked about it a little bit on Friday. That's a Evo 3.0. For the record, I don't understand why Baby Snakey's here, but, I mean, Gilbo's just getting back into the swing of things, so it's allowed. It's allowed. Oliver, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Phobies. You may want to free up some of those spots. Hashtag just saying. I'm not saying. I mean, I'm just saying. Gilbo has 3.0. I feel like Gilbo's had 3.0 for a very long time, because I remember Gilbo doing the whole stabby bank into 3.0 thing. I distinctly remember it on RCO? Was that the map? If DT's here, DT will remember. DT always remembers everything. Like an elephant. Elephants never forget. Here's Billy's room. Did the old stabby into 3.0. The classic. Classic. What's funny is that general plan... I was wondering why he didn't go 3.0 on center stage. Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. I forgot Gilbo had it, and then I saw it, obviously. And that's a Ray... not a Ray Chargels. That's a Frosty. It does have Freeze Ray, though. Get it? Because it's a Manta Ray that can freeze things. Do you get it? Do you? You get it? My wife just walked downstairs, so I'm harassing her. That's a Rusty. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect that one, Gilbo. They're gonna remake this? Yes. That's fair. Mr. Tramples. I don't know why I said it like that. Shiver me timber. What? Shiver me timbers. What? Where do you think you are right now? Are you drunk? According to Gilbo, my Phantom made him panic when it popped its ability, hence the terror. Fair. Yeah, Gilbo did say something like that when we were looking at that game. That's a Rusty. The new and improved Rusty. Honestly, there's a world in which Oliver can get this Frosty to connect here. Especially with Shove Shark. I can understand the terror, but not the dactyl. Ah. 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 Is it a good one? Is it though? Is it though? Yo, we got a little Rambo action. We got Rambo and Mr. Tramples. Yo, how much bigger are Rambo's horns compared to Mr. Tramples? Are they bigger, or is this an optical illusion? It feels like the Rambolina horns are bigger. Certainly longer, right? Or is that just... I feel like they're longer. I don't know. These are the things I worry about. They are? Alright, I'm not seeing things then. I'm tired. Hold on. Gilbo has 7 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phobies. So, what I was thinking here... Got a little John Madden action coming at you, chat. We're going to do blue instead of red, just because it's going to be super obnoxious on my eyes. So, you could move this here. Boop this here. Fly over to here. And then freeze these. I don't know if that's worth it, because then you could have Snowball come out and thaw. But I don't think there's any way that this, the Frosty on this tile is threatened. Because these are frozen. This, I guess you can go 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. So maybe what you do is you put, like, the corn behind it here. There's too many lines. So, like, you put the corn here. You put the Electrocat here. And then the only things that, like, this can't even hit it. So that means these two are frozen. And you have the electrical in range. Like, I think you... I don't know why Oliver didn't do it. Is this, like, on warm-up or something? No, this could freeze. Am I missing something, chat? I think that would have been a better play. Because you only care about connecting the Frosty with the Hevo. That is priority number 1. So I think all you do is you set all this up, you get the freeze, so you lock it down, it can't thaw other things, and then you, like, Gilbo could body block with, like, Mr. Tramples, but then it's like, I'm going to kill Mr. Tramples, get an enormous amount of damage on the Hevo. You could be really susceptible to a counterattack with Hevo doing 1 billion damage, but, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have been a good play. This is savage. The Rambo! The Rambo! Oh my god. The carnage. I mean, that's just game right there. That would be the ball game. This isn't even enough damage to kill it. Oh, you still have more keys. Okay. You are going to get annihilated by this Hevo again. Oh, maybe not. Gilbo is out of keys. Gilbo is out of keys, so, I mean, there's a world where something happens. Okay, so I was originally correct. You just get annihilated by the Hevo again. The Rambo play was pretty cool. Is it even worth it to summon Pterodactyl instead of just summoning Daisy? I think there's an argument for it possibly on this map. Womp Womp is right. The reason I say on this map, and it's kind of a double-edged sword, is because you do get the mobility and the ability to use the obstacles as an additional space due to flight, but you of course risk getting annihilated. Freeze Ray did a whole lot of nothing, yeah. I think it was just a missed opportunity on that turn, and I'm open to somebody saying, no, Chomp, you're missing X, Y, and Z, and that's why it didn't happen. But I think that would have been a very beneficial freeze. And the only... I didn't double-check whether Shove Shark was active, but I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, like, they have to... If they're going to freeze something, they have to hit the Hevo as part of it. This game is over. I want to go back and look at that turn again. Hold on. I know we already looked at it, but now I need to know... I think it was this turn. Yeah, it was this turn. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is Oliver's turn. This is live and this is live. Like, you gotta freeze this. You gotta freeze this. It's gotta be like the end of the blob. Freeze him up. GG. GG. Chat, we're getting through the games pretty quick. Getting through the games pretty quick. That's all the highlights from B. So we'll go back and look at some of those Alien Engineer games. Like I said, I presume these are all just going to be just an ass whooping. We looked at the Oliver game. They had 4 games on this map. They said 3. But which 3 are they referring to? They said all 3 of my Phobos games... Oh, you know what? It was probably these 3. Wait, Kuro, did you play in one of these? I thought you didn't play. Did you play? Oh, you were in this one. Okay. Oh, we'll look at the Endless Pain game. With a 12-turn game, like, all right, we'll just get through it. We got a lot of center stage today. We got a lot of Phobos, or at least seemingly from Alien Engineer. So, here's an interesting thing for you, chat. We can look at all of them exactly. So, I crap on Lorcana, the card game, a lot. Because it's not a good game. It's not a good game, and I don't like the design ethos for a lot of things with it. But one thing that's interesting, although still bad, but interesting that they did, is instead of doing a best of 1, or a best 2 out of 3, or best 3 of 5, or something like that, they do a best of 2 in their tournaments, for the higher level tournaments. At top 8 and the playoffs, they do best 2 of 3, but for the Swiss, they do best of 2. Why does this matter? Well, they have a weird scoring system to prevent ties and stuff like that. But it would be interesting because then it gives you a chance to play like one big map, one small map every time. But it clearly doubles the event length. Is that something that people would want? I don't know how it would work with the double limb tournaments. It presumably just literally cannot. But if we do Swiss, it's 6 games. If we assume 20 minutes apiece, that's like 3 hours, right? No, it's 2 hours. Why did I say 3? I'm tired. Like, is that too much? I mean, it could very easily spiral. Like, I'm saying 20 minutes, but then if each of the games are 40 minutes, it suddenly balloons. Like, it becomes an enormous time investment. I just got matched with Alien Shinra. Those are my 2 matches. Seems good. The The pairings monster got you. I have no idea why this ogre showed up. Why did ogre happen? Alien Engineer once again just controlling virtually every panic point. Soon to be literally every panic point. Yep. And the pressure is on. No terraform in sight for our orange player. Rambo! That is a powered up ogre. Watching Alien Engineer games is a very good way to learn how to play any map, to be honest. Alien Engineer is a great player, so. I'm not sure I love the Shove Shark push there, because, yeah, you can cap some of these points, but I think you'd be better off shoving the ogre closer to defense, because you're under so much pressure, but I guess it doesn't matter, because presumably Alien Engineer takes it this turn anyway. Boop. I saw someone use Phantom on this map once. I could see that. I could see that. The follow-up Morty. I don't think Alien Engineer even used all their attacks there. Did the Hevo attack? So do you think this is an important question, chat? Oh, we gotta get rid of this. Is this Ogre's nose, or is it its mouth when it shoots things out? When Ogre attacks, is that its nose or its mouth? These are the questions we need answers to. Does Ogre shoot things out of its nose or its mouth? Let's watch carefully. I need a Steve Irwin, like, is that a nose or a mouth? Nose or a mouth? Its whole head explodes. Chad is going with mouth. It probably is, but I want it to be a nose because it's funny. Like its nose peels back like a Beetlejuice monster. GG. Got him. Alien Engineer does it again. I really need to pay more attention to Alien Engineer's opener. Explosive boogers. I'm surprised. We have Quagmire, but we don't have, like, a truly and explicitly defined snot monster. Like, Quagmire, we've talked about this before, I think is intended to be just like an ooze/industrial runoff type of monster. Kind of like Smog in Godzilla. Whereas we don't actually have one that's just like, yeah, this is literally quite obviously a nose. This is snot. The Alien Engineer went first on this map like every time. Against Alien, I forgot to block a fin to keep a phobia alive. I had just woken up as my first match in my defense fair. It's allowed. I wonder if Alien was choosing Phobos every time and everyone... I was about to say that, DT. Because who... Well, Kuro can tell us. Kuro's here. Who chose Phobos in your game? I mean, historically, as I was saying, Player 2 has done better overall on Player 2. Once the Alien Engineer get bodies, he's never lost to a Phantom yet. Not gonna lie, I don't remember. Pretty sure I did, though. Like, you chose Phobos. That's a Blondie. I think your tiredness is showing, Kuro. You said Player 2 Twix? Right Twix or left Twix? You use Blondie on this map? Like that's like actually the strategy? All right. I mean, okay. The Moffat's going to make the slide along the eastern side more complex. North Twix. That's not a thing. So I do have to point out I appreciate Kuro not advancing the Blondie further. The reason that you don't want to is because if you do, the Miss Moffat can yoink it into range of the stimmed Jin Sting. Although maybe it doesn't matter because you're only going to get one stimmed hit and then you're in... Maybe it would have been okay. Not on this map, but I've used Blondie against Crowley. That's fair. I mean, I think Blondie's acceptable. Especially now in light of Shove Shark and Phantom. With those phobies available, it changes a lot of these things. And that, like we talked about the other day, I think that's why Phantom exists. Because the devs said, hey, how can we buff Blondie? Why don't we make a phobie that synergizes with it? The problem is that you now end up with these scenarios where it's not Blondie that's the problem. It's when they dump Kaboom in the middle of your team. That is a Ray. I can pull off a nasty combo with Blondie plus Phantom. Seems cute. Oh no! Ooh, so that powers down the Jin Sting. But you do get 4 keys faux freezies there. Like, on this turn, you ideally want to kill the Spider and the Jin Sting. But I don't think you can. Let's buff Blondie by giving it 50 damage and creating Phantom just to be sure. Oh, okay, I was about to say. Alright, we got a little heavy metal action. 350. I mean, this is... Wait, did this... It does decrease the damage. Huh. 0. This is a double boop, though. I presume this is what happens. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, no, this still works, because you can boop the Finnegan. You can boop with Finnegan, and then the Rambo comes in. Yep. Because the Rambo is going to be able to displace the, whatever. I don't think there's anything you could have done here to prevent it. Oh, no, you could have put the boom. But the boom wouldn't have mattered. So, this is another reason. I don't know if you were trying to set up a boom play, but, like, if this was any other 1 key, did the boom come out on that turn? Hold on. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the boom came out on that turn. So, I don't think there was any way you could have actually blocked this, because you didn't have any more keys. But that absolutely is the ball game right there. There's nothing you can do. That's too many keys lost. This is like Rambo's one solid map. Rambo can absolutely make stuff happen on this map. GG. What's my opinion on Blondie in the meta? It's still probably subpar. Because here's the thing. Phantom and Shove Shark make Blondie better, right? I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. The problem is, other things are exponentially better, whereas Blondie is linearly better. Like, Blondie absolutely gets improved by those phobies. But the issue is, if you go with, like, any of the other phobies that get improved by it, they get way more out of it. You have to kill Jin Sting, though. Rambo couldn't push it into the abyss with it still alive, but if Blondie lives, the aliens team deals no damage. They have to kill Ginsting, though. Rambo couldn't push it into the abyss with it still alive. But they did. What? What? I gotta see this again now. Now I'm confused. We'll look at the other game in a minute. I'm confused as to what you mean. Only because I've already forgotten the board state. Other than Blondie on the stem. So you're saying they have to kill the play wouldn't work without killing Ginsting before pushing? Why? Does the push logic push it up to the top? Really? That's dumb. Huh. Sometimes the displacement logic is just bizarre. Sometimes I don't know why I got out of the profile. Sometimes the displacement logic is just bizarre. Alright, 4th Alien Engineer game, because why not? This is a longer one. This is a longer one. I don't know why I said it like that. I gotta take a break after this one, chat. I know I got a late start, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I meant to Droney on a panic point to prevent Blondie from dying. I had 2 keys available for the block. Oh, no, because you ended the turn with 5 keys, so how would you have been able to do that? Alright, so Master Dark has fully committed to the meme. Like, Master Dark is all in. They put all their chips on meme. You spawn things I didn't need to... Oh, you're saying, like, if you just didn't spawn the other stuff, you could have droned. It would have been pretty sick for Alien Engineer to go down to Blondie. I guess no guarantee that you 100% win it from that position, but obviously you're in a pretty stable position at that point. You can start reclaiming the panic points. Alien Engineer has to commit into you on the stem, that sort of stuff. But they do still have 2 displacement tools, and Rambo has an enormous range, so... I have no idea why Charon showed up. Master Dark is just... General Meme Lord. Grand Admiral Meme Lord. So, I typically defend the Jackalopes. Like, I think it's fine that they're bad. However, I am unclear on what their role is other than early collection levels / occasionally being an annoying resurrect phobie. But, like, what are they supposed to be? Because they don't do enough damage to be a glass cannon. They don't have enough health to be remotely tanky. And the synergy bonus with Jackalope King is not enough to make them worthwhile. So, like, I don't know what their purpose is. I kind of feel like they could use not just, like, 100 extra damage on their base attack, but an extra 100 damage on the pack attack. Because I don't think, even, like, what are they baseline? And Ginsting is having a bad day. 300 damage baseline, and then they get 125. If they were 400 damage, and then went to 500 with the pack attack, would that be too overpowered? I mean, possibly, but they're so fragile. And then, that might be too much, but maybe you do 50 and 50? Like 75 and 75, so you get 150 overall? I feel like they should be able to, you know, you get 3 Jackalopes out. then you play the king, you should be able to just overwhelm something once, right? Like, that should be allowed. 525 damage is more than Hercules does on his basic at level 1. Yeah, but you're also sinking in, what's that, 9 keys? Shouldn't you be able to do that? And it's 9 keys over the course of multiple turns. Admittedly, it's not like you're banking for Hercules. Don't get me wrong, like, the number's probably incorrect, but it feels like... It just feels like you should get more. They feel trivial to eliminate, and they don't threaten enough. So while over 500 damage is probably too much, like, would it be a big deal to put them at 5 or even 450 or something? They're a damn melee phobia. It's not like maybe even a movement buff with the damage. I mean, now that options like that are on the table, I could see it. I'm still of the opinion that I'd rather see a Jackalope Queen, but fetch has 600 level 1? I think so. And he's a 5 key. There is an advantage to I mean, you're getting 1,500 damage if you have all 3, not counting damage from the king. But I think if they had the role of being a glass cannon melee, that wouldn't necessarily be bad. I've said it before, every time Jackalopes come up, that I am concerned about a world where Jackalope Swarm is an oppressive strategy, but I don't think we're ever going to get there. Maybe the problem isn't if you have all 3 and you invest that much, but like, say you went Jackalope 1 into Jackalope King, and now all of a sudden Jackalope 1 is doing over 500 damage before you consider the king. Is that too much? Because that's only 5 keys, but like you said, fetch is over 500, and that's 5 keys. Moly Bully is 550. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's fine, especially given how frail they are. 4 keys, better movement, decent HP. Oh, for Moly Bully, yeah. I want all the weird phobies with unique abilities that make a strat out of all the weirdos. Well, there's certainly a lot of those. I haven't been paying attention to this game at all, chat. I've really been theory crafting Jackalope modifications. Maggie. I mean, Master Dark is making an attempt here. That's a pristine blue heart. That's a pristine blue heart. I think I like the idea of movement might actually get played at cap points more, help them connect so they can actually take advantage of their buffs and numbers. I'm just a little... I don't like things having more movement or more range. I think the majority of the game is predicated on 2 movement, 2 range is quote-unquote standard, right? I think there are way, way too many... there are far too many 3 rangers and 3 movers, I think. I just got Phobos as player 2, which would be my opener. Either Gravedigger plus some number of 1 keys or Snowball plus some number of 1 keys. The Gravedigger would immediately break the obstacle near your heart, so that way you can slide up to the north and take those panic points. They open Snowball cap mid. Yeah, the usual counter was you Gravedigger, break obstacle, send 1 keys up there, and then maybe stuff to contest the mid. Or, like, slide along the southern border. Can we make bad sushi opener to the new meta? No. That's not going to happen. Although Bad Sushi, I don't know if you saw this, Gilbo, but Bad Sushi has been confirmed as getting a rework. We don't know when, but it will be getting a rework. Honestly, this is the Jackalope opener did better than any of the other setup. Well, I take that back. Kuro's game was pretty close, and it just came down to a single mistake. The other games that we watch of Alien Engineer on Phobos were not close. I think they were not really games. So if you want to learn how to play Phobos, go watch some Alien Engineer games. Who could have seen that coming? Standard player 2 openers are Gin Sting plus 2x1 keys or Gravedigger Break next to Heart and I Forget. I think those are mainly the things. I mean, you could do some sort of snowball combination and then sling it all the way to like the southwestern panic point really fast and then double back, but you're probably going to be in a weird spot doing that. I think you're better off with the Gravedigger Break or the Gin Sting to try and push the center and take over the stim. But it can be tough. Those are the games for Monster of the Week this week. If you're interested in Phobies tournaments, hit up the Random Slots Discord. Link for that, of course, is in the description, where you'll find my live stream, as well as the like and subscribe buttons. Help me out. All the views and everything definitely help, but I am exhausted. Got a little bit more stream left, but that's going to do it for this portion of the video. So as always, everybody, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and tune in next time for more Random Slots.